All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first episode of my channel. Everyone that's been following me a little bit knows that every morning I start my day with a 3-mile, 45-minute walk with my dog, Millie. Millie, stop. Can you sit? Say hi to the camera. Oh, I know. Okay. Yep, that's Millie. She's about 2.5-year-old yellow lab. Loves to go on walks, loves the water. You'll definitely see more of her, but yeah, so I wanted to hop on here, introduce everyone to the channel, and I hope you enjoy it. The first video is gonna actually be from yesterday because I messed up the intro, wasn't recording properly. Bear with me, this is my first one, so we're definitely gonna get better, but I'm gonna take you through some stuff we did yesterday, getting the hood vents, cutting to the C5, fresh oil change, getting ready for drift day next weekend. And yeah, if you have any recommendations, I'd be happy to hear them. All right, we're gonna head to the gym, get a good workout in, grab some oil filters, couple supplies in order to cut these hood vents in and get after it. Right now we're in the Grand Sport. It's a 2011 Chevy C6 Corvette, supersonic blue with a Edelbrock supercharger on low boost. It's running about 6 pounds right now. To my knowledge, that's really the only thing done to it. Supercharger, long tube headers, X-pipe, mufflers, Corsa exhaust. There might be a small cam in it, but we really don't know until we open it up. I don't really have plans to open it up super soon, but you never know. Going through the neighborhood, super bumpy. Gotta go slow so I don't take the front lip off. We gotta get some heat in the engine, then we can have some fun. Well, we got some heat in her now, but we're not really in a position to stretch her legs. There's a lot of policy enforcers out today. End of the month, sure they're trying to hit their quotas, but there's a lot of them, and we do not have legal tags on the license plates because, quite frankly, I don't support taxation without representation, and I should not have to pay to get my vehicle licensed every couple of years. That's just wild to me. We're at the gym. I think I'm gonna put the roof on real quick because it looks like it could rain today. I really don't want water in here. There he is, Stay Cool Climate Control. All these videos will be sponsored by Stay Cool Climate Control. Going into Hotworks St. Peter's. All right, the workout at Hotworks is complete. I am freaking soaking. If you don't know what Hotworks is, it's a 24-hour infrared fitness studio. Basically, you do workouts inside of a sauna, and it's 125, 130 degrees. I did 3 different workouts today. I did a hot thunder, which is like a row. And then I did hot bar none, which is like bar none, but without the bar. You use the side of the sauna wall. And then I did a little bit of hot blast, which is a full body Kaiser machine. It's almost like an elliptical with a seat on it, but 45 minutes in the 125, 130 degree infrared heat, and I am soaked. Literally, you can see I'm just soaking wet. Usually after I go to or after I work out and go to like the gas station or something, people are always looking at me weird, like, is this guy having like a drug withdrawal or something? Why is he sweating so bad? But time to go to Walmart, get some supplies, and start this thing. We had to call the audible. The car was experiencing some issues starting. I think it's a loose battery terminal. So I decided to go grab some energy drinks from the gas station. Everyone knows when you get the rain, you have to get the 2 for $5 because it's just a better deal and you're gonna drink 2 eventually anyways. So yeah, we're not gonna go get the oil right now. That's a bad idea. If we shut this car off, it may not turn back on. So we're gonna go straight back home. That way we can see what's going on with the battery terminals and we don't have to worry about getting stranded. Corvettes are always having electrical issues, but oh well. What can you do? It is a tight squeeze in the old garage. This is why we need a bigger house. It's all right, we're used to it though. All right, we're gonna start getting into this right now. So we got these templates for the hood vents. I've already popped out all of the little perforations that we're gonna use to mark it on the hood. It was kind of a little difficult, but I just used this step-up bit I have and kind of poked them, got them ripped, and then started taking them off. So we do have a good set of instructions to follow today. Looks like we're gonna put the center one on, kind of line it out first, measure everything, then we'll start cutting, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, we're gonna use this painter's tape right here and right here to measure across the hood, find the center lines of the hood, and then that's gonna give us a good point to go off of. All right, we got this one in the center, and then we got these ones over here, 1 inch off the side, 6.5 inches up off of the headlight cutout. So now we're just gonna start making some marks on the hood and get ready for cutting. All right, here we are. We got marker marks for all 3 hood vents ready to go. Now we're gonna put some tape around the edges so that we don't cut anything that we don't need to cut. All right, the hood's pretty much all marked out. We got the squares ready to go. I need to put one more piece right here so I don't accidentally cut that out. That would not be good, but I'm thinking for the rest of the installation, I should probably take the hood off of the car so that I don't cut into anything to do with the intake, the engine, and I'm gonna have to drill some holes as well. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to take the hood off. The hood is really easy to take off, just not by yourself. So I had Haley come out to the garage and help me out. There's 4 bolts holding it on with the hydraulic pieces. You pop those clips out and take those off and it comes right off. All right, for cutting, we're gonna use my DeWalt cutoff wheel and put a fresh blade on it. We're gonna use this diamond blade. I think it should be okay. I don't see why it wouldn't work for what we're doing. Obviously, I'm gonna wear some goggles or glasses and a respirator. We are cutting through fiberglass. Don't want to breathe that stuff in. That will not be fun. It just destroys your lungs. All right. Cutoff wheel is nice and tight. Give it one final cinch just to be sure. perfect. So, yeah, let's do this thing. Why not? Cut some holes in the hood. Put my little respirator on. I'm sure people in the comments are gonna be upset because this probably isn't rated for fiberglass, but it's better than nothing, you know? Safety first. Don't want to lose an eye, that's for sure. We've all seen those crazy videos where the cutoff wheel goes flying and sticks right in their glasses. Hopefully I don't fog. See what these ones look like. This might be a little better. All right, let's do this. Hopefully it's nice and centered because we only got one shot at this. When I first started cutting this, I didn't like the positioning of the guard, so I switched it around, and I spent this first one just kind of getting used to it, making sure I knew how it was going to cut and react. But unfortunately, there was some parts of the hood that had 2 layers of fiberglass, so it didn't even go through the entire hood. You'll see towards the end, we ended up having to get the oscillating tool out and finish the cuts. All right, we got all the base cuts made. As you can see, the pieces are cut, but there's 2 layers of fiberglass in certain parts, and my blade is not deep enough, so now I need to figure out what I want to do. I don't think I really want to try to use a circular saw because if that catches, it's just gonna rip right through everything. I may try to finish it off with an oscillating tool, honestly. That might be a good idea. We'll see how that works. All right, let's see if we can finish off a couple spots with the oscillating tool. Looks like it may work. Did you just see that? Oh my gosh. Okay, well that's not gonna work. Oh brother, that's what you get with the 100 pack for $10 from China. That is wild. All right, let's try this again. Take 2. New blade. That was a new blade also. I better go get my mask. This part of the process, I used the oscillating tool to cut through the second layer of the fiberglass in the hood. And when I was cutting down at an outward angle so that once I get the hood vents into the hood, it was harder to see that second layer. And you'll see actually later in the video that I use black spray paint inside those holes so that, again, once the hood vents get inside of it, you won't see those layers of fiberglass and it'll look like a nice clean finish. All right, that part of the process is complete. We just need to get this cleaned up a little bit. Make sure all the insulation and stuff's out of the way, and then we'll be ready to drill some holes, set some rivets, get these hood vents in, and get this thing wrapped up. All right, I'm gonna spray paint the underside and then the inside's black so that you can't really see it behind the grill. Let's Alright, that cam was dead. Try this one. My first cam was a total failure, but as you can see, I wasn't too worried about overspray because I had the fiberglass all over the hood and it was dirty. So once I sprayed it off, I cleaned everything off and the hood looks fine. Once again, I recruited Haley's help to help me get the hood back in place. She held it while I put the 4 bolts in. We got it pretty much lined up where it was before, but I spent some time later on getting it perfect. For now, it was just to get in place while I could finish the installation of the hood vents. All right, now I need to get the hood alignment proper, and this is honestly a pain in the butt. Because if it's not right, it doesn't line up at all. Close properly. Luckily, I can kind of see where it was at before. And we'll try to get it close. I am not a mechanic. Never claimed to be a mechanic, but I can fix things. Alright, let's see what the alignment looks like now. I'm sure we're gonna have to adjust it some more. Hopefully this will get us close. I don't know. That might be it. I'm not unhappy with that at all. Doesn't look too bad. The front, as long as it's not hitting in the front, we need to check that. This side could go over a little bit. We may make some adjustments later, but it's about time to put the hood vents on. Did a little test fit earlier and they're gonna look good. They're gonna look really good. I'm excited. Now we gotta fit them all up, mark our holes, drill a bunch of holes, set some rivets, and we'll be ready to clean it up, change the oil. All right, me and Millie had to go grab some supplies. We needed some more drill bits, and yeah, I don't know how I didn't have drill bits, but I imagine I gave them to my guys at some point. And of course, she wanted to come with. So we had to get some drill bits, got the drill bits. Now we need to go get a rivet gun. And we might as well get some oil while we're at it, because yeah, we got to change the oil at some point. All right, we're here at the office. I believe there's a rivet gun somewhere here. Let's see. The door sometimes doesn't like to open. Got my motorcycles in here because there's no room in my garage. But stay tuned because I do have a little announcement to make about the garage situation. All right, let's see what we got over here. I know if I have the rivet gun, it's gonna be in the metal cabinet somewhere. I'm like 99% sure. Oh, here it is. Boom, right there. Perfect. Hopefully that's all I need. I may want to grab some rivets while I'm at it, because I don't know. Oh wait, here's another rivet gun. All right. There's 2 of them. We're gonna bring them both. I didn't even know we had this one, honestly, but cool. Cool. There's probably something else in that case, too. All right, Miller, what are you doing down there? Let's get out of here. We still have a lot to do today. It is hot. I think Braden is on call, doing some service calls. I do absolutely hate going to Walmart, but if you go through that side entrance by the oil change department, you can actually go in and out really quick. It takes like 3 minutes. Got myself the Mobil 1 oil filter, M1-107A C5 Corvette. Got many of them. And then we got 12 quarts of 5W30. That's what I run in there. Still does fine with oil pressure. Some people run thicker oil, but I don't know. That seems kind of sketchy to me. So, yep, got all the supplies. Now we can finish our projects. All right, time to start drilling holes. I spent a lot of time making sure that this first rivet was all good to go because that was going to be the center point of the center louvers. So if that's off, everything else is going to be off. So once I got it in place, then I had to make sure all my measurements were correct, get the second hole lined up, and then from there I could get all the center holes lined up. I set the first rivet temporarily, cleaned it all up again, and then kind of went from there. I wanted to make sure everything was perfect before I just started getting all the rivets set permanently. So on this one, I wasn't able to use a washer because I just needed it in place. But on all the other ones, I tried to use a washer on the backside so they would stay in place better. All right, I'm gonna drill these 1 by 1, and basically I'm taking these washers, putting them on tape behind there. So the washers should stay on all the rivets, honestly. Make it that much stronger. We'll turn the time lapse on and knock the rest of these out. We are on to the final steps. I was able to get washers on the backside of pretty much every rivet, and a couple of the rivets I had to use extra long ones because there was 2 layers of fiberglass, but it turned out well. All right, we got the middle one all done. Now I'm gonna get the sides in. Looks like we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 rivets per one. So 20 more rivets and this thing's gonna be wrapped up. All right, I'm just gonna measure off the sides, go 1 inch off the bottom, 1 1/4 inches off the top on both sides, make sure they're equal distance away from the headlight, and we should be ready to rock. I spent a good amount of time measuring the first and second hole on the top and bottom, but after that it was smooth sailing. I did the same thing on both sides, got the hood all cleaned off, and the installation was complete. All right, what a day. It started pouring out there. Now it is really humid, but we got all 3 hood vents in and they look nice. I will say it was a bit challenging. There's a couple rivets that I don't like exactly how they're in there. I may try to get smaller ones because they're kind of flush with the hood of the car. But other than that, everything looks good. No complaints here. Hopefully it'll keep my car a lot cooler. Here's the final product. Nice and centered. Looking good. Just need to do a little bit of cleaning, but very happy with how this turned out. Now I just gotta fix my bumper. All right, we're gonna finish the day with an oil change. Let's go ahead and start this thing up so we can get her nice and hot. Neutral. Good oil pressure. do a quick oil change and we're gonna be done for the day. The best part about changing the oil now is I got this front bash bar, so it's got the jack point on the front, makes it super easy to get up in the air, way easier than before. Alright, when I do the oil change, I only like to get under once. Oh, that's not the right size. There. I got the right size on the wrench. So, like I said, I like to only get under here once. So I make sure my pans are nice and clean, because I like to see what's in my oil. So get all the wrenches I need, one for the drain plug, one for the oil filter. Got the jack stand over there just in case there's an issue. We definitely have oil leaking, I think, from the oil pan as well. Lots of cobwebs down here. Oh yeah, it's not looking good on the oil pan. But anyways, get the drain plug opened up. And then we got it cracked at the oil fill on the top of the engine. Then we'll put this pan under the filter. We'll get the filter going out at the same time.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
And the engine was already running, so it's nice and hot. Oil filter will loosen. Nice and tight. There it goes. Now that'll drain. That's nice and hot too. So now we have all the oil draining. We'll just give it a few minutes to do its thing. Alright, it's almost done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the new oil filter ready over there. It's all primed up. We filled it with oil. Now this old oil filter, I'm going to try to get it out and put it right in this box. It's in the box. Finish draining. Alright, I'd say the oil filter is about done draining. We're going to put the new oil filter back in. Thread it in there. Get it nice and hand tight. Ow. Burnt my hand on the headers. Once it's hand tight, I'm going to wipe it off. Crank it on there nice and good with my hand. And then I'm going to get one final tighten with this little tool. There she goes, nice and tight. We're still draining out of the front. Alright, that's going to be good enough. We're going to get this bolt in, enough to stop it. We're going to wipe this off, try to get that oil free. We're going to snug this up. Now very carefully, I need to slide this out. All right, now we're putting in 7 quarts of 5W30 full synthetic. High mileage because old girl's been through it. And we will be ready to fire up. Just put about 2.5 quarts. Now I'm putting about 4.5 in there. Drink. Whenever I fire my car up from a fresh oil change, I like to try to crank it a few times. Ooh. Yeah, I like to crank it so that it gets some oil and hopefully doesn't run her dry. All right, there we go. Oil pressure. Looks good. Doesn't sound too bad. Now we gotta get that back in the container. Fun stuff. She's looking mean with these hood vents though.